Sir, the enemy's outnumber us 2-1. What do we do? His point? Guys, it's easy. Simply just don't die. Well, when he puts it like that, he really has a point.
Oh wow, that actually worked. How did that actually work?
Captain, we've lost several men.
See, that's what happens when you don't listen to orders.
Captain, the numbers are not decreasing.
He can see that, Lieutenant Obvious. He can count. Well, at least I think so. So, how is our MC going to escape this predicament? Oh my, would you look at that? Is that death coming for his neck? Yeah, probably going to want to get out of the way of that. Oh no. Oh no. That's not what one would describe as good. But how did Captain possibly avoid that? Well, that's simple, you see. Since death has already gotten him once, he vowed never again. So he now possesses the Peter Tingle, so he can feel whenever death is coming for his cheeks. Okay, so now that they know they have a cannon, all they have to do now is just not get hit by said cannon. Easy. Hey yo, Captain, your soldiers don't seem to be down with the plan. Haha! Now they have them right where they want them. Victory shall be theirs! Huzzah! But what's the worst that could happen? They die? Haha! Oh, thank Beard's muskets have the accuracy of stormtroopers, so the bullets will just simply not hit him. As for the rest of his platoon, as a once famous streamer said, I hope they figure that shit out. Now it's time for the captain to get the ever elusive killing spree. Wow, the captain has somehow confused the enemy by just running up on them like they owe him some money. It's now the time. Kill them all. Haha! Oh my god, they did it. How did they do it? I mean, they lost like 75% of the platoon, but hey, they still did it. All for the Imperial Army. Hey there, pal. How do I say this? I don't think he gonna make it. But the good news is they managed to delete all the porn off of his devices and burned all the magazines as well. So may Arceus bless his soul. Okay, so here's the plan. Bury the dead, treat the wounded, and once they've accomplished all of that, he'll take them all out for drinks and to Pound Town. Wait, no, not like that. Is Lieutenant Crumbert aware that mission his platoon was assigned to was a suicide mission? He is very well aware, because every mission they've sent him on, he was supposed to die. So why is he still alive? He wonders the same thing every day. Well, great, they'll be promoting him to a staff officer of a special task brigade. He's going where? What even is this task force? Because this is the first time he's heard of it. But why is he heading there on a carriage? And who is this serpent ass lady who's also on this ride? Because they've been on this carriage for hours and she hasn't opened her eyes once. But she seems to be able to see everything, which is unfeasible. Like, he was so sure she was going to run into that tree earlier, or at least trip or stumble on anything, but nope, she's done none of those. Is she perhaps a ninja? Unlikely. She is clearly someone he can't trust. No, it may be too early to judge, but look at her. She hasn't even peeped them open once. Oh, it seems it's time for her to get the hell off the carriage. Thank you, Athena. See, I don't care if she's grabbing his hand. How does she not fall? Wait, did she say they'll meet again? Sounds like a terrible future thing to not look forward to. Finally, here in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, after that uncomfortably long carriage ride. But isn't this a large ass castle to be all the way out here in the boonies? Hey, you there. Hey, you there, you there. Hey, you there. I see you over there. What are you doing here? My god, she's tall. Best girl. By the way, he's supposed to be second in command of this place starting now. Wait, what? Well, she is Chief Sergeant Hannah Hayden. Sure, well, if she could be clutch and guide him to the brigade commander, that would be excellent. She will gladly take him to her, but just a bit of a warning, don't bring up the most obvious thing when you see her. Hypothetically, what would happen if he did bring up said obvious thing? Has he ever been inside of a pig? No. Does he want to be? Point taken. Well, now that she has his luggage, open the door. Hold. Oh my god, there are only women here. Oh my god, there's only women here. So does this count as a promotion or a demotion? Well, that's a question that only time will answer. Anyways, it's time to meet the brigade captain. But what's the obvious? Oh, That's the obvious thing. What's with that face? Is he surprised that the brigade commander is such a fine young maiden instead of some sleazy male noble scumbag? Yeah, that's definitely it. Just don't think it, just don't say it. Just don't think it, just don't say it. As he then hands the commander his Indeed resume to take a look at it. Just don't think it, for the love of God, just don't say it. Well, they're glad to have him on board. They've already prepared him a private bedroom and an office. Also, what has he thought of the brigade so far? It seems great to him. Deep breaths. Just deep breaths. By the way, what has he been thinking this entire time? Shit, has she noticed? Fuck. Change the subject. So, on his ride here, he saw a beautiful woman who would definitely kill him in his sleep that refused to open her eyes. So he encountered Duchess Rattel and managed to survive that encounter. Lucky him, as most men don't. But that didn't answer her question. What has he been thinking about? Just how he seems to be the only male here. Don't think it, don't say it, don't think it, don't say it. Why, yes, he is, but that shouldn't be a problem. It will all be fine as long as he doesn't mix up his thoughts with his words. Single, what's going on with the last name? Yeah, about that. So, like, he was an orphan, right? Then the church was like, you got a last name, son? He was like, nope. And they were like, yeah, you do. And he was like, well, shit, seems like I got a last name now. Wow, what an interesting way to get a last name. He's aware. Let's see, he passed the military exam first try at the age of 15. Won a 20v1, holds multiple speedrun world records for Mario 64, can solve a Rubik's Cube in under 10 seconds. Yeah, so like to be honest with her, he thinks this military shit is for the birds because he originally was just going to join the accounting department, but all the nobles filled up the party and someone saw him hold a gun and must have thought he looked good because next thing he knows, they got his ass out there on the front lines. Huh, how interesting. It really wasn't that. Shit was ass, all because the nobles have the intelligence of your average Twitter user, and just because he used a big word once or twice, they put a target on his back, and it was so fucked up. But to be fair, they are all spoiled morons, so it makes sense not to put a gun in their hand. My God, the amount of friendly fire casualties that would happen would be preposterous. Well, that's funny, because she also thought the same thing. He thought of nothing. No, he means yes. Considering that he watched those Neanderthals in live action and has seen them do some truly baffling stupid things. She laughs at just how true that statement was. Just don't think it. But that being said, he has a lot of records to only be in his position. Well, the entire system is actively against him. Well, that certainly is a very good point. By the way, did he know that the commander belongs to one of those noble families? Excuse him, she's what? Now, there's no need for him to be so shocked. She's at the way back of the line. Is that the only reason she's at the back of the line? No, she would be at the front of the line if that was the case. Fuck, remember, don't think it, don't say it. It's really not that big of a deal, as her family tree is so fucked up right now. That shit looks like America's family tree. So, is he ready to be in charge of a platoon full of women? It will be tough, it will be tedious, and a lot of shit will not make a lick of sense, but he must go with it. He's fully prepared. She retorts, is he really prepared? Is he prepared to work here until the day he retires, to not have contact with another male to kick back and have some drinks with for several months at a time? Is he ready for it to be a permanent no-nut November around this bitch? Wait just a goddamn minute. He accepts those conditions. Wait, deadass? Yes. Yes, he is. Wow, she didn't think she would actually find a weirdo who would accept those conditions, but she's glad to have him on board. He's glad to be aboard. Well, now that he's officially aboard, she needs his assistance with something, and also wondering why the hell both of them are so tall. That's a question she should ask her gene pool. She is aware of that. Why did her dad just have to go and smash someone who's 5 foot on a good day? So it wasn't the height thing that was the obvious thing. Or is it only okay if she talks about it? Back on topic. First thing she's going to need him to do is whip the girls into actual combat shape, as none of them have actual combat experience. He responds, that's all he needs to do? Yep, that's all she needs him to do right now. Also, is he aware of the backstory as to why she made such a battalion? No, not at all. It's simple, really. Since they are women, there were really only 2 paths to take. Sell their freedom to TikTok, or sell their body on OnlyFans. So she made another path. Become a soldier and sell their life. Now, she understands this isn't the greatest alternative. However, it's still much better than the TikTok brain rot, as Hannah agrees that if it wasn't for the commander, she would be doing TikTok dances and trends for the rest of her life. You know, Cromberts has never really thought about it, but if he was a woman, he would be the baddest bitch, and would definitely not be here, but somewhere shaking some ass. How admirable of her to give these women another choice. Enough with his flattery, it's time to get to work. Oh, she was serious about him making them into actual soldiers. Yes, jackass, did you think she said that shit just to say it? He ain't gonna lie, kind of. Well, personally, she would love to turn this place into a resort and not have them fight at all, but the political situation ain't looking great right now. Is the political situation ever looking great, Commander? She responds, fair point, but it's looking worse than usual. So she's going to need him to make men out of them. Is the commander aware of what she's signing those women up for? Yeah, probably. But he didn't say the thing, so that qualifies today as a good day. Well, time to go train some soldiers. Listen here, you bags of estrogen. You may not have balls, but I'm sure as hell gonna bust them today. What in the hell is that garbage? Start that shit over, Private! And that was Musket Girl's reincarnated staff officer and line formation maidens, or its Japanese title.
ムエスや T 技 RLS 転生参謀と戦列乙女たち
The first 2 chapters at least. Anyways, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, like, subscribe, ring that bell. It all helps the channel very much. That's all I got. I am gone.